come to the stage is Jamie D'Souza.
Come on, Jamie.
Come on, Jamie. Don't be shit. Start the clock.
All right, guys. I've got a mate, right, and he's trying to persuade me to go vegan at the moment, right? He's trying to. We've got some vegans in. All right, it's the one with the card as well. But he's trying to get me to do this thing called Veganuary, right? Which I don't know if you've heard. It's one of those things you try it for a month based on a pun. I'm normally such a sucker for these things. Honestly, I've done Stoptober, Movember. I even tried BNP March.
It's a good joke.
These months are getting silly, right? My mate genuinely told me he was doing a thing called No Wank December, right? And what annoyed me is not the fact it's impossible, right? Or the fact that my friend mysteriously disappeared at the New Year's Eve party countdown. No. What annoyed me is didn't even think of a pun, like No Wank December. At least call it Come Not May if you're going to do it. But as these months are getting so silly, me and my mate tried to come up with a few of our own. So the first one we did was like No Sex February, but like we called it February, which is good. But my mate he was finding that too easy, so he actually just to spite me out of Veganuary, started doing Kebabuary, where he tried to have a kebab every day for a month, and he did well. He got to February the 12th before he passed away, and trying one at the moment, and it's been good so far. MDM April. It's good, but it's not, but it's been a hard year for me. I split with my girlfriend at the start of the year, which is we were going out for 3 years, on and off. I mean, just 2 weeks if you count the on bit. But I think, but looking back on it, she wasn't a very nice person. Like she was always one of those people. If you give her an inch, she just takes the piss out of your penis size for ages. But it's like I'll give you an example of how horrible she was. Like the first time we went to meet her parents, we were driving there. We were 5 minutes away, and she went, "Oh, by the way, Jamie, just to let you know, I haven't told my parents that you're brown yet. Just to let you know." I don't know if you guys have been in that situation. It doesn't look like you have, but I've got to be honest. Like with 5 minutes' notice, it's quite a tough thing to cover up, as it turns out. But I don't blame her, right? Because we all know the saying: once you go brown, you've let your dad down. All right. But yeah, it was going all right. It was going all right with Dad. Like, we were chatting, but he could tell he was a little bit surprised by my brownness. Like, he kept telling me how much he liked curry, right? Which is the thing. But he took it too far, because no one's favourite song is Brimful of Asher, is it? But it was going well, and like we were chatting until he went, "Oh, Jamie, I hear you do comedy. Why don't you tell me a joke?" Right? So I thought, I know. I thought this might happen, so I actually have one prepared, which was, what's the similarity between Nigel Farage and a London bus? They don't accept change, right? It was a smug shit joke, I know. I had it cocked and loaded, just about to pull the trigger, when I thought, what if he's a UKIP supporter? Can't say that. So last minute, I changed it to, what's the similarity between Nigel Farage and a London bus? I can get on board with both. Clearly that's a joke. Clearly I don't get on public transport, but I'll talk to you about my dad, right? My dad's a taxi driver and he's white, which means a lot of people come into the back of his taxi and they can be quite racist sometimes because they don't know about his little secret. But there was one guy that came to the back of his taxi, he just started listing reasons he didn't like Muslim people. And he started with the normal stuff, job stealing, bomb making, halal eating. Like, this guy was giving us the 5 pillars of Islamophobia, but he was getting so annoyed. The last reason he gave on the list was, and they get woken up by a man shouting off a roof every morning. Which I love, because he's like, not only are they a bunch of job stealing, pork denying, turban wearing little cunts, but they're also not getting their recommended 8 hours sleep a day. I'm proud of my dad because he's white, but he's the father of 4 Muslim children. At that moment, he turned around the taxi, he looked the guy square in the eye, and he said, absolutely nothing, because 5 stars on Uber is more important than your moral code, guys. All right. I had a go at my dad for not saying something in that situation, but like the truth, it's hard to stick up for yourself, right? Like recently, me and a friend were walking through town, and we were both wearing stripy t-shirts, and like a man rolled down his window. I mean, he went like that because this didn't happen in 2003, but a man rolled down his window, leant out and went, "Oi, you two, you look like a couple of gay sailors," and then he carried on driving, right? And I checked in the taxi and it wasn't my dad this time, but like...
Well done, Jamie!
There he is. Jamie D'Souza, finalist number 1.
Fantastic. Jamie there, and apologies for speaking like that to your father in the back of his taxi. So,